And what's going on YouTube? Gabe here, and today we're going to talk about moving averages, what they are, how to use them, and what are the best moving averages that could help you take your trading to the next level. As you guys can see, currently I have $900 on this trade. We have the 200 here. We could potentially test it. Let's say guys, there's 3 contracts up 900 on a day. I'm risking 300 per trade, so this is potentially a 3R. I am essentially going to close my trade here, okay? So we're closed out. All right, yay, you saw me make money, and my entry was because of the break of the 48. You're going to understand the logic to this trade. You're also going to understand the trade design here in a second. Let's go ahead and understanding moving averages. Moving averages are calculated to identify the trend direction of the stock or to determine its support and resistance levels. It's a trend following or lagging indicator because it's based on past prices. This is ES. You all remember this day. If I go ahead and turn on the candles, you could see it respected the 48 EMA, of which gave us a bounce after the cross here, right? You will also be able to identify a bearish trend, as you could see right here. Of course, that bearish trend becomes bullish. Now, waiting for the cross could in fact put you in a profitable scenario. However, what we like to accompany it with is an indicator called Titan Excel. This indicator is what prompts and helps us to identify our entries on the play. We go ahead and couple that with the 13 and 48 EMAs. I have mine color coded here, guys. So my 13 is blue, my 48 is red. I was brought into a favorable entry here, but I was waiting for the break of the 48. There is an article here, study determines the best moving average. I know a lot of you guys like to use the 200 or 50 day or the 9 and the 20, but what we found here is that among short and long-term EMAs, it is discovered that trading the 1348 averages produce the largest return. Annualized return at 10.16%, annual return during exposure 16.88% on the Nikkei and on Nasdaq. We could see that this is a highly profitable trading setup. Of course, I have a supplemental EMA here. What we use the 24 is as a level of support that helps us understand a pivot in momentum. It gives us a visualization. Now, once again, we are using EMAs because they are weighted towards more recent price action. And of course, we could see where these crossovers happen and where price tends to go as these crosses happen. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to visit us at trade1348.com. You could, in fact, just go ahead and put it on your Thinkorswim or your Webull, and you should be all set. We have supplemental indicators here, and we have rules and systems, and of course, we have what we call trade designs. And what I like to do is use these EMAs to supplement my decision making with our trade design. So we have an entry here. This would be the perfect entry. 1 contract. I came in with 3 because I came in a little later, and maybe I did so a little prematurely because we did come all the way down to the 200, experiencing a bounce here. With this indicator here, we're able to draw out our risk and our take profit levels. There are some rules and conditions really quickly. We want to go ahead and make sure that we're trading away from the EMAs, price action away from the EMAs, right? And there are some obvious reasons, but mechanically, let me show you what this looks like. What we have is once we break away from the EMAs, we do not have the EMAs acting as levels or restricting price. Even though we have an entry point alerted on this candle, I am still waiting for a break away from the EMAs. We get our bounce off the 200, and as you can see, once price action broke above the 48, it's typically go time. As you can see here, we got our exit way up here. Okay, let's go ahead and measure that in terms of points. Let me move this down. Let's go ahead and see from an entry point at or about this candle to the alert, that is 43, 44 points, assuming that you got out halfway through this candle. So let's just say that was 40 points. 40 points with 1 ES contract. contract is about $2,000. 2 ES contracts would have made you 4, 3 would have made you 6, and you would have had a very, very strong trading day. I would encourage you all, go ahead and check out the link down in the description or add the 1348 EMA crosses on your chart, whether it's Webull, Thinkorswim, or your favorite platform. It's going to help you better understand and gauge price action or momentum, okay? Assuming that we would get across to the upside from here, although we got our bounce from the 200, we still want to see price break at the EMAs here, because when EMAs are really, really tight, this is what we would call an EMA sandwich. Now, when EMAs are converging, you could and should expect just sideways price action, and this is the type of environment of which we do not like to trade in, okay? There are many, many other uses for this EMA. You could go ahead and check this out at trade1348.com, 2 weeks free. Let's go to the daily. I'll show you guys how powerful this EMA is. If you are into just swinging, see we get across here and we're rocking and rolling. We get across here and we're rocking and rolling. Now, what you see here on the charts, these are incremental secure the bag zones. If you went ahead and you bought 6 positions, you could potentially scale out in these zones. This is for those who want to trade on a daily. Of course, very, very powerful here on the 4 hour as well, especially when supplemented with Excel here, right? So before you got the cross, we have the pivot. Excel leads the way. Very profitable. It looks like we were crossing down, however, Excel had different plans, and then we have a gap up and a continuation. Right? When you accompany 1348 with Excel, you are putting yourself in an incredibly profitable trading position. All right, you just saw me make 700, 800 bucks on ES, and I took money away from the market and into my pocket. We have NQ here. Let me show you guys NQ. Again, following the same exact system and strategy, currently up to $1,000. That's it for the day for me. My entry was a little late. What I was waiting for was confirmation of the EMAs breaking the 200 here. I simply went for it. Currently up $2,400. You guys are seeing this live. As you can see, the EMAs spreading. As the EMAs are spreading, this gives us that extra vote of confidence that the trend is very strong. Now, I'm not going to rely solely on this indicator. Of course, I'm paying attention to MACD and RSI, but we also have Excel, this pink line here, which alerted us into this current trade design all the way down. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my profit just shy of 2,000. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a bounce, so I'm going to take my money. But wait, there's more. What goes down must come up, and so let me show you what this looks like. All right, guys, so I'm currently in this trade up $3,000 on NQ. Yes, 15 contracts. I played the bounce here. What I have done is I have traded the break of Excel here. Of course, we got our alert to enter. What I'm attempting to do here is to hold all the way up to the first EMA here. This is the 24 EMA, and I'm going to use the 13 to support price action here, right? Currently up 1,300 bucks, 1,800 bucks, 2,100 bucks, right? And NQ can be a wild beast, but this is a great example of how we could use Excel, which could be found only at Trade 1348, alongside Trade 1348 to get you the best entries and ultimately lead you into the cross. So you see me make 700 on ES, believe 1,800 on NQ, and an additional 3,600 as it stands right now. Here we go, 45, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take my profits here. There you go, closing out at $3,500. We have a nearly $6,000 day. It's all about the EMAs, baby. If you would like to learn more, if you would like more videos like this discussing the 1348 crossover, make sure you hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. This is all I got for you. Peace!